Hello students, in this video what I am going to tell you, how can you solve this numerical. So what is the easiest method to solve it out. So I'm just going to tell you, I have already told you in my previous videos how can you solve this topic and what are the formula for this topic, how can you find out the unit vector, how can you find out the forces in the Cartesian vector form. So in this video what I am going to tell you how can you solve it out. First of all, you have to understand the question and see the diagram first. So what can you do over here? So let's have a start. First of all, what you have to do, it is written over here, express each force as a Cartesian vector form. Express each force as a Cartesian vector form and then determine the resultant force Fr. Find magnitude and coordinate direction angles of obviously Fr. So here is the diagram. This is the 3D diagram. There are two forces, F1 and F2. F1 magnitude is given to you, that is 8 kilonewton, and F2 magnitude is 6 kilonewton. The angles of F2 are given to you. Alpha 2 is 60 degree, beta 2 is 120 degree, and gamma 2 is 60 degree. Alpha 2 is in between x-axis and F2 force. Beta 2 is in between y-axis and F2 force, and z-axis, gamma 2 is in between F2 and z-axis. And the force F1 is in between x-axis and y-axis, and it is clear to you all by watching this rectangle. So you can easily understand this. This is exactly lying in the between y-axis and x-axis. So first of all, what you have to find out, the angle of F1. And how can you do that? So let's have a start. For example, I am taking this pointer color and I have to find out this angle and this angle. And how can I do that? So always keep it in mind. If you are going to find out this angle, this is theta, for example. So this will be your base and this will be your perpendicular. Obviously, this one is the hypotenuse. So what you have to do, you have to write down tan theta is equals to perpendicular upon base, means 4 upon 3. So theta comes out to be how much? Let me see. Theta is coming out to be, for example, 53.13 degree. And obviously, I will not take theta or phi over here. I will take alpha or beta here. So for example, obviously this is theta, so this one is also theta. So this is alpha. I am taking theta is equals to, because it is connected with the x-axis. So alpha 1 is coming out to be 53.13 degree. And obviously this is exactly lying between the x-axis and y-axis. So what I am going to do it here, it is 90 degree. So obviously this angle will be 90 degree minus alpha 1. 90 degree minus alpha 1 is equals to what? Beta 1. So beta 1 coming out to be how much? 36.86 degree. 36.86 degree. So it means that now you know the coordinate direction angles of F1 and F2 both. So what are you going to do next step? You have to convert the forces into the Cartesian vector form. So first of all, for example, solution starts from here. F1 is equals to how much? F1 is equals to, magnitude of F1 is given to you, that is 8 kilonewton. So 8 cos alpha means cos alpha 1 is 53.13 degree. 53.13 degree and plus 8 cos beta 1, and beta 1 is equals to 36.86 degree. Or obviously its z component is 0 because z axis cos 0 degree is 1. So there is 0, so that term will become 0. So this is, for example, I am taking black pointer over here, and this one is I cap and this one is j cap. And for F2, what you have to do, F2 force, obviously you know all alpha, beta and gamma, and the magnitude of F2 is 6. So this will be 6 cos alpha 2 means 60 degree plus 6 cos beta means beta 2 is 120 degree. 120 degree plus 6 cos gamma 2 is 60 degree. And one thing I have left over it, what is this? I want to write it down. When another pointer color, that is the red one, this is I cap. So in this way, you will be able to convert your F1 and F2 forces into IJK Cartesian vector form. Now what you have to do, when you will get your answers, so what you have to do, so let me write down the answers here. So let me take another pointer color, that is F1, and it is coming out to be, when I multiply cos 8 cos 53.13, so it will be 4.8 I cap plus 6.39 J. This is the way to find out the forces into the Cartesian vector form. Then you have to do F2. For F2, the value is coming out to be what? 3 I cap minus 3J plus 4.2K. Oh my God, what I have done. So 4.2K. I went to the previous slide by mistake. So you can see 4.2K. So now in the next step, what you have to do, I am going to take my another pointer color, that is black one. So you have to sum up both the forces because both are in the Cartesian vector for F1 plus F2. So you will get your resultant force. So you will put the value of F1 is equal to 4.8 I plus 6.39 J. So the answer will be 4.8 plus 3. So it will become 7.8 I plus 6.39 minus 3. So plus 3.39 J. Then you have to add the last one, and that is only its K component is 0 and its K component is 4.24. So 4.24K. I forgot to write down 4 here. So this is your FR, resultant force in Cartesian vector form. Now it is very easier for you to find out its magnitude. So I am moving towards here. How can you find out its magnitude? So let me tell you, FR is equals to 7.8 square plus 3.39 square plus 4.24 square, and then I will take its under root for finding out its magnitude, and it is coming out to be 9.5 kilonewton. I will, in the next videos, inshallah, I will start using my graphic safe 30 pen. I will find it easier. Right now I am doing it from mouse, so it's quite difficult for me. Now what you have to do, obviously after this you have to find out the coordinate direction angles. I am taking red marker here, and what you have to do, obviously, for cos alpha is equals to 7.8 divided by 9.5, and you will be able to find out its alpha from here. Cos of beta from here, you will get it how? You will get it 3.39 divided by 9.5, and then you will get your beta from here, and cos gamma is equals to 4.24 divided by 9.5. So you will get your gamma. So this is the way you will get your alpha from here when you apply cos inverse, then here you will get your beta. So you will be able to find it out yourself, because I have already told you how can you solve these types of numericals in the previous videos. So hopefully you will get it, understand, and it will be clear to all of you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you find this video helpful and it make your numerical problems easier, so don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't forget to click on the notification bell. Hopefully you will find it good one and better. Thank you so much, and share with your family as well. Thank you so much. Bye bye.